2 days ago, I got an email claiming that automated data mapping is non-negotiable for finding hidden risks and potential security problems. And this sounds good at first. People cannot tell you what they don't know, so a tool that scans applications and storage can tell you about places where you have data you don't know about. But there are a few big issues with an automated data mapping process. First, any digital tool can only find digital assets and it can only look in places it is able to scan. But a lot of things happen in the real world. People might take a photo of a document and send it via instant messaging, use an app on their own device, print something and leave it behind, or they might just discuss something loud with a colleague. These are things no scanner, data loss prevention tool, or similar systems can detect or monitor, which means you still need to discuss with people about what is going on in their department. But when you automate a process, people will naturally pay less attention and feel less responsible for the outcome. And even if you ask them to review the results, it's one thing to have them think and go through a methodical process, and another to just look at some results and say, yeah, it looks okay to me. And third, these tools are built to discover as much data as possible. So if you build your process around automation, you might end up with an incomplete picture, an overwhelming amount of information, and no one really able to verify or feel ownership for the results. Does that mean you shouldn't use automated data mapping tools? Not exactly. What I'm saying is that you should not automate the data mapping process. If it makes sense and you have the budget, go ahead and use automated tools as an additional source of information, but use them to support the human-centered data mapping process combined with data protection training tailored to each role. Because when your colleagues know how to identify processing activities, data supporting assets, and understand their data protection responsibilities, you will be in a much better place to ensure GDPR compliance even if your data mapping isn't perfect. Which it never is, and it doesn't have to be, but that's a topic for another video.